if I have to start to learn God again from scratch, this is the place that I'll start from. The first thing that we gotta understand from playing half God, it's when the half God is good and when the half God is bad for the bottom player. Because half God, it's an excellent position for who is passing, but it can also be an excellent position for whoever's playing on the bottom. And the key difference is what we're gonna see now. So if Jared is playing half God for me, as long as he has part of his body on the way, there is no chest-chest connection. I don't have connection with his upper body. This is a half God that actually favors him. He has a bunch of options to attack, and I still need to get out of all of this to close the distance with him. This can be with this setup. This can be with him playing a half butterfly. This can be even with him sitting and getting a tight waist from me. These are all scenarios that tend to favor the bottom player. The tables shift a bit if I take this all out of the way and I get chest-to-chest connection with him. Now, Jared doesn't have his frames anymore. I have chest-to-chest connection, and this is actually a position that favors me. I can go straight away from mount here. I can get to side control. In MMA, if you watch UFC, you're gonna see UFC fighters wanting to get to this position all the time. Most of the time, they don't even go to side control. They stay on half guard to have hands free to punch and also to transit straight away to mount. Knowing that, we gotta reverse engineer. So instead of starting the positions that are good for us as a half guard player, let's start from the last one. When things get really bad, what can I do to turn the half guard around and become a half guard that favors me again? And for that, we're gonna use a simple dilemma here that we're gonna put Jared in either one or the other. So Jared got to the point that he has the chest-to-chest and the upper body connection. So I cannot fight the upper body anymore. If I try to insert my hands here, first I don't have space, and second I can even give attacks for him. So what I'm gonna do, it's like fight on the lower body, okay? And the first technique that we're gonna use is what we call knee level. So let's just block him in place. So don't hug him, try to create a frame on the hip and point your fingers down. This way he doesn't advance that much. And on the lower body, I'm grabbing the bottom foot, the one that is doing the half guard, and I'm covering his knee, okay? The other foot is going right on top of the shoelaces, and now I create a control of a 2-on-1 on his leg. What that gives me is the ability to move his hip to the side, okay? So if I start to use my knee lever that way, you can see that I can move his hip. If Jared decides to keep the upper body grip on me, the moment that I do this, he's gonna fall on the ground and I'm the one on the top half guard. What tends to happen though, it's when I go, Jared tries to post handle the ground, and you can see there is no chest-to-chest connection anymore. This gives me the ability to recover inside position and put him in a half guard that actually favors me. Let's do now this from another angle where you can see what I'm doing with the knee lever. So the bottom leg needs to cover the knee and step on the ground. The top one goes right on top, and I'm gonna step on my shoelace. Don't try to cross the feet here, okay? Just step on the shoelaces. And I'm squeezing his leg. So I cannot do the knee lever and open the knees. They need to stay together. And the more the knees point away, more the hip goes, and he either will gonna post hand on the ground, giving me the comeback, or I'm gonna end up sweeping him and getting the top position anyway. Once I have the knee lever, my opponent identifying this can try to take the knee off the ground. He will also do this to try to get to mount. So when the knee goes up, I don't have knee lever anymore. But then he falls into our dilemma. When the knee goes up, he actually gives me the half butterfly. So now I have a half guard with a butterfly. It falls into the hook. I don't even need to work with it. So when he lifts the knee, it falls into the hook, okay? Try always to keep the half guard on, because if I just drop this leg, he can do a back step and end up on side control. Okay? So we keep that leg covered. And the advantage here is that with the knee level, we only take him to that left position. With the butterfly, I can take him from both sides and up. I can also lift. So we start off balancing to one side. If he pulls hand on the ground, side position, and we are good again. If I take that way, he doesn't pulse, I can bring him back to this side, where I can either recover the bottom hook, which gives me my butterfly guard back, or he can post this hand away, which also gives me the inside position, giving me my half guard back. The last scenario is when I take him all the way to the other side. So if I extend to the other side, the body goes but the leg stays. And I can now get into single leg X and start to explore attacks on the leg. Let's have a look from another angle so you can see how easy the butterfly hooks get into his leg the moment that he tries either to mount me or move away from my knee level. So the knee will start on the ground, knee level all day long. The moment that the knee comes up, he falls into the butterfly. I can off balance side to side until I have either inside position or I got attached to his legs. Very simple dilemma, but it helps you to reset your half guard to a point that you can attack again. And as a half guard that it's more offensive for you, try that and let us know how it feels.